So I'm going on another trip, and that trip is to Japan and Korea. And I've always wondered what kind of gaming handheld to bring to fill up those downtimes, or like what kind of equipment to bring for my camera. So we'll just start with those. The bag of our choice is the Wandered bag. What's cool about what I packed this time is the TomTalk bag. The reason why I decided to carry the TomTalk bag alongside with the Wandered bag is because, one, the Asus RG Ally X doesn't really have a case for it now, so I supply it in this protective bag. So there's the RG Ally X. This is where it will live. I've learned my lesson before. From last year going to Japan, it was a huge hassle carrying around my bag everywhere I go. So this time around, I'm probably going to give this sling bag a try, and I'll just carry the sling bag without the console, of course, and I'll fill it up with other stuff that I need. Main gaming handheld that I'm going with this year is the RG Ally X. I heard a lot of people decide to go for Bakelite for the RG Ally X, but I'll share some tips later on how to keep it as a Windows, and from my experience using it with the sleep function and also having Steam games play offline, it might just help you guys consider just keeping Windows. I mean, one of the biggest reasons why I'm keeping Windows is because I do play Windows games like Zelda Zone Zero, Wuthering Waves. Those need internet connections, of course, but I am considering on playing Final Fantasy XIV online again. And great news, I heard it works on the RG Ally X. So this will be one of the main handhelds I'll be bringing. And of course, I wanted to bring something small as well, and that would be the Anbernic RG Cube. When I made the video for this handheld, I had a lot of fun testing it out, and I found that a lot of the retro games that I play in this 4x3 screen was when I had the most fun. So more on that later as well. Now, besides all those gaming tech in my bag, there's also a bunch of other camera tech that I'm bringing as well. Since there's a lot, I'm just gonna go through it real quick, and then we'll talk a little bit more about each one. So first, Asus RG Ally X, the Anbernic RG Cube, feature AR glasses. You can't see it because I'm using it. The Lumix S5IIX, a bunch of cables and chargers that goes inside a specific compartment of my bag. Portable charger, DJI mics, my travel notebook, IEM earbuds, a bunch of different filters, SSDs, SD card case, hit pad, micro hit pad. I really wanted to bring this. And of course, MacBook. So the bag is the same as before. It's my Wandered bag that I've used for many years now. The only difference is that I do have an updated camera clip. This is for the quick release plate that is under the cage of my camera. So whenever I just want to go hands-free, click, it'll go in here. Same bag with the same compartments. You know, everything's pretty much the same. But the main bag I'll be using would be the TomTalk bag. There is a sling to this bag. This bag is probably what I'm gonna be using most of the time when I'm in Japan and Korea. Reason being, I do want to carry less most of the time now, so it would be a lot easier for me to just carry this around. Also, the shell protector for the console, I could take it off too, so it would be more spacious inside this bag. Now let's talk a little bit about the Asus RG Ally X. So this device I have is still in Windows. The reason that I do keep it in Windows is because there are games that are not compatible with the Steam Deck that I still play, and I do frequently play those more. I did see an issue where people weren't able to play their Steam games on the RG Ally X. I have 86 games downloaded. This is the Play Night launcher as well. So I do have everything synced up and paired and working. I didn't have to go to any of these games to launch them with internet either. So for example, like if I was to hit Dave the Diver, time played, last played, never. It says it right there. So I never played this game. I never even launched it on Steam. If we were to look, Dave the Diver, never played. I never played it before. I never launched it either. So To be able to play Steam games offline, just have the games downloaded through Steam first, have them connected to your Play Night launcher. After all the games have been downloaded, I go into Steam, I hit Steam, I go offline. So now I'm in offline mode. So what I would do next is to prove, I would go to the Wi-Fi and I'm gonna turn the Wi-Fi off, disconnect, and I have connect automatically not there. So it's not connecting automatically. So what I do now, I'm gonna turn off the RG Ally, and then I'm gonna turn it on to show you guys that you can still play your Steam games offline. So we're gonna do Dave the Diver. Right. Should be right here. I have no internet, right? So I'm just gonna log in. So I'm logged in and still no internet. Play Night still launches as my front end loader. I'm gonna hit Dave the Diver. Still last played, never. And I'm gonna hit play. And now it's gonna launch Dave the Diver through Steam. And like that. Says nothing about needing an internet connection or connecting to an internet connection. So I got it to pretty much work without having to start each game up. So maybe there are some games where it requires an internet connection, you don't have it, but there are some workarounds. It's clear that there are some games like Zenless Zone Zero or Wuthering Waves. So those gacha games, they will require internet connection, so those won't work. But any game on Steam that you have that is not an online multiplayer game, it will still work. Because the RG Ally X is smaller than the Steam Deck, to me, it just feels like a better device for me to bring around to play. And like I said before in my previous video, the RG Ally X with that 80 watt-hour battery, it really does make a difference to me. The other thing is that the RG Ally X does have games that's compatible, like Zenless Zone Zero and Wuthering Waves. I can just connect to the hotel Wi-Fi and play those games. I like to bring the Anbernic RG Cube with me just because of how small and playful it is. The games I get to play, like 3DS games or NDS games, and fitting on a vertical screen like this just makes things a little bit more joyful for me. And taking this out on those short downtimes, I can do quick bursts of games and it just fills that itch for that moment. And the RG Cube just becomes a small, cute device that I can catch up on some games that I never finished on. So my Anker plug of choice is this GAN Prime 150 watts, I believe. Yep, 150 watts. This GAN Prime charger is small, compact, and I can swing out the prongs like that. And it comes with 3 USB-Cs, all at 100 watts. I can charge my watch, my phone, and whatever I'm using at that time. So it can be my RG Ally X, it can be my Anbernic RG Cube, it can be my MacBook, or let's say it can be my batteries for my camera, or even like to charge my mics. So this comes in handy for sure. Along with this, I do have the portable charger. This portable charger is the Omni Charge. I had this for a while now. It does have wireless charging at the top for phones. I don't really depend on it because I can never get the positioning right. And what's great about this is that there's a screen that can tell you what the full charge is. Kind of tells you like what the watts are going to each port. So there's USB, which covered the 2 USB ports here, and also USB-C right here. And then if I want to use a plug, I can just turn on the plug there, and then I can plug in like the GAN charger in there, or any kind of small block charger in there, and to plug something else in. I like to bring this micro hit pad with me because it just looks so cool. And I do play some fighting games like Street Fighter or Tekken. I do want to take advantage and practice my combos. So taking this with me, and then whenever I have time at the hotel, you just hear me clicking away, just practicing KBDs, practicing combos. I have silent white switches in there, and these aren't that expensive to have compared to like the snack box or the micro hitbox. Those can be like over $100. I got this Halt 42. I think they renamed it to Cosmox. They're about $30 now, or I got them for $30. There was like an Amazon coupon. So it's a cool hip pad to get into if you want to give fighting games a try and you don't want to like go over your budget or invest in something super expensive and you're just not sure if you're gonna like it. So this is a good test try, and my test try lasted for about like 2 weeks and I got super addicted to Tekken. I can also like take it apart and put kind of like my own sticker or art design right on top. There are some templates that I can work with. I just haven't found a good printer enough that prints out the correct colors or accurate colors. So that's another project for another day. So this is a 16-inch 2021 MacBook with the M1 Max chip, 32 gigabytes of RAM. I got this MacBook like a while ago, and this is my kind of travel station. Whenever I need to edit videos, answer emails, or even whenever I'm outside and I just want to sit at a cafe and do work, this is the one. It's been really handy for me. Even though I do use PCs at home, I did grow up and go to school using a Mac, so I do have proficiency in both. They're not that different to me, and muscle memory, I do remember a lot of the shortcuts for the MacBook as well. But this has been with me through thick and thin. Like, I was able to do a lot, and I think I'm just gonna change out the cover for it. I mean, it's kind of like cracked and everything. It's still pretty brand new to me. And pairing with this MacBook, I do have two SSDs. This is a Samsung PD7 Touch, and this is a Samsung T7 Shield. They're both 2 terabytes. The reason I have 2 is because my girlfriend is a foodie and she also has work to do. So I keep her files separate from mine just so I don't mix them out. And also this one is a little bit easier to carry around when I'm trying to shoot on my phone as well. Very handy. They're not that expensive either for 2 terabytes. These, I'm bringing along the Viture glasses. Why am I bringing them along? Because I think they would be a great use for me on the plane. That's pretty much it. I made a video talking about these before, and at home, they seemed a little bit silly for me to use them because I'm already in the comfort of my home. I don't really use them in bed either because I usually just pass out. But I feel like on the plane, these would be great for me to use just so I can disassociate from everything else and just focus on the grind. So I can use it for my MacBook, I can use it for my RG Ally X. So whenever I'm editing a video, this will come very handy just because the screen will be a lot bigger so I can check the timelines and stuff. And whenever I'm playing a game and I want a bigger screen so I don't have to hold the RG Ally X up to my face, I can just casually lean back and avoid that neck strain and feel better just playing on the plane. Of course, I have to bring a notebook with me. I don't want to bring an iPad with me because then I would have to bring another device with me, and I'm already bringing a lot. So this traveler's notebook do come in handy whenever I want to take down quick notes. And Japan does have these stamp stations where you can collect stamps too. I think it'd be pretty cool if I can grab those as well. And you know, I can hold my stickers in here and don't know when I'm gonna use them, so they would just stay there. Yeah, my note station is in here too, so pretty handy. This really does come in handy for me to use. So, and a very important thing that I usually carry around for my Lumix S5IIX are ND filters. This ND filter is a little bit special. These are their magnetic lines. So the back will be screwed on with the ring and then it gets magnetically attached. So, and then you use these knobs to kind of like tighten it so it stays on the lens. And then you could just turn this ring and it will do 7 different stops from stop 3 to stop 7. And these are great. They're very handy, especially since I don't want to keep changing out these different stops for NDs. What's great about these is that Freewell also attaches some kind of special filters to it, the snow mist filters, and they would just attach to it magnetically. So you don't have to kind of take it off and then put it back on either. These are kind of hard to get because their Stepup Rings are very hard to find, and they're usually like not on sale, but they are also very expensive if you get it from their main website. So this is the 82mm ring that would go on the lens, and then it would magnetically attach to this. But let's say if I have a 72mm, I would get this and I'll screw this on the lens, and then it will attach the 82mm. But these are very hard to get. They're very hard to find, and if you get it from the main website, they are shipping it from overseas, so it's like $80 for just a Stepup ring. But I lucked up and got them from Amazon. Another filter that I'd carry around would be the Quartzline Polar Pro 82mm circular polarizer. These are great because this can always stay on my camera and it takes out reflections. Very handy. And this is what I usually have on the lens. Like you can see in the previous videos, a lot of the handhelds have some sort of like rainbow distortion to it. It's because of this filter reacting to the screen protectors. These are my favorite headsets. The Sony WH-1000XM5, Mark V, I think. Before this, I had the Mark IIIs, but they kind of wore out very badly. So when I upgrade to these, I love it. These are awesome to wear. I don't wear these to the gym, but at home to lounge or when I'm working, these are great. Problem is they come in a pretty bulky case, and this can get pretty bulky. So I decided not to bring this with me, but instead I decided to bring these IEMs, the Linsol Tangzu Waners. You can get these on Amazon for around 20 bucks. I got these a while ago, but I never used it because I prefer headsets. But when I'm traveling, I think I'm gonna start preferring IEMs instead. These are great. They fit in the ear very nicely. The cord's supposed to wrap around your ears, and they're actually very comfortable to wear. They also look very classy, very acrylic glossy and nice. They sound really awesome too. So I'm gonna be using these for the RG Ally X, and they're not bad too. They're pretty budget IEMs. So that's essentially what I'm bringing to Japan and Korea. There's a bunch more camera gear, but they're just cables and wires, so it's not really that great. There's one more thing I'm forgetting that I'm gonna be bringing. It's gonna be this tripod. This is the Ulanzi and Coleman kind of like carbon fiber tripod. I did see a lot of reviews where people were saying that it's very low quality. I've been using this tripod for about 2-3 months. And it comes with its own carrying case, so I think it's a pretty good tripod. I didn't really see any issues with it. And that's pretty much what I'll be bringing onto my trip. It's gonna be fun, it's gonna be a lot. Camera gear and gaming gear. It's essentially my EDC. So I hope you guys get something out of this video. Let me know down below in the comments if you guys would like to see more info about some of the items I've shown. I could make separate dedicated videos for it. And again, a great way for you guys to help me out with this channel is to give this video a like, share this video to a friend that is packing right now for a trip, and as always, subscribe. Thanks. Peace.